Hey friends, welcome. Thank you for your thoughts and comments. Person's Planet, we're putting the office back. We had to move all the computers away from Windows, put plastic covers because in case you got a Cat 5 hurricane. Remember, Hurricane Doreen was 72 miles from its outer wall to my front door in North Palm Beach, Florida. That's pretty scary. My office, my personal office, my windows face directly east. Through the trees, you can see the intercoastal. I'm a block away from the water in our office down here, our office. And so, bottom line is, there was a lot of things to prepare for to move because the last thing you want to do is not prepare, have it hit, and then explain to the insurance company why you were the only moron in the world that didn't prepare for a Cat 5 hurricane. So, not very good. In the meantime, you get nicked, you get bruised, you get cut, you bend over, you're moving things you're not used to moving, and you get body aches and sores. And I don't want to gripe because, boy, the Bahamians got the full brunt of a Cat 5 storm. And I've been to Spanish Cay and I've been to Green Turtle Club. Google that, by the way. Green Turtle Club. An amazing place to vacation, hard to get to. You got to fly into Great Abaco Island, take a ferry over there, or charter a boat, or take your own private boat. And the fishing is unbelievable. The food is unbelievable. You got like the, Margaritaville, really like lame, low down tiki hut, and then you got almost a 2-star Michelin restaurant at night, which all white glove and tablecloths and baccarat crystal. It's crazy, unbelievable. Green Turtle Club. Anyway, they got hit and took the full brunt of a Cat 5, 220-mile-an-hour gusts. Not much left there. It moved cars. So had we had that storm hit here in North Palm Beach, unbelievable damage. We escaped. We're really grateful, thank God, and we're there to help our Bahamian neighbors without a doubt. What about this market? This market is a hurricane. It's been acting just like Doreen. We don't know if it's coming offshore. Remember, Doreen sat in Grand Bahama Island, right offside Freeport. It stayed there for almost a day and a half. It moved less than a mile an hour. I mean, you could have ran away from this hurricane. That's not normal, friends. And so we were like, is it going to hit here? Is it turning north? When's it going to move? And, it was supposed to be Saturday, then it was Sunday, then Monday, then Tuesday. Now it's gone. All right. So that's this market. It's a hurricane. It's like, is it going to break out? Is it going to break down? Trump's going to ruin the world? Gee, oh my God, what's going on, man? In the meantime, we are getting some really insane market movements. And right now, our live trading room, I mean, this is pretty crazy stuff. When you look at the algo 60-minute model, by the way, blue lines is good, red line is bad. All right. So here's a buy that got stopped out, a short that got stopped out. Here's another little bad trade. So over here from 820 to 822, poor performance. Long out. Long got stopped out. And now the new position, it's long. Where are we long from? Is it broken out of the trading range? Everyone seems to be, if you buy up here, you seem to be getting into trouble. And if you sell down here, you're just getting wasted. So the moral of the story is, I mean, this isn't a short only. Here's one that went short and it lost money, and then it goes long and it makes it back up, right? So the system is doing pretty damn good despite this insane volatility. What's different right now? What's different is that we now have a good return. We had volume. It dribbled off. No one wanted to be in the stock, and now we're coming back up after bad news. What's the bad news? The new tariffs on China. All right, how bad news is it? Can't be that bad because I got news for you. Something's dramatically different about this rally right here. Leadership in the market, which, by the way, our current positions on the live room today, we already had a first trade long, got out. Then the crude oil went short, took a hickey, and now reversed and went long. This is a big trade for us in the live trade room. How big is this? Crude oil up $1,220. I don't know. It's kind of a good trade. Another good trade. Gold's had a couple good trades. We've had bad trade, good trade in the British pound. Currently, it's short from 22.01. It's at 22.05. It's just neither here nor there. The ES long at 34 in the 5-minute model. It's long from, it's long from right here. So no big, no harm, no foul. But the neat thing is that the SPXL model, that's the 3-time daily leveraged ETF program that we have up here. So this is one that we have, and again, blue line is winners, red line's losers. And you can see this is the progression of this all year long in this market. It's currently the daily indicator is long. So what's different about this trade? If you look at on balance volume, it looks decrepit. Even my volume indicator, it's decrepit. What that kind of signifies is that people aren't thoroughly convinced to be long the leveraged ETF yet. All right, so now let's go over and look at the SPY one more time. The SPY starting to creep up with some volume, and the SPY is bright blue. The chart's bright blue. What does that signify? That signifies the 60-minute and the daily are in sync. So we're now starting to see PPS buy signals take over. All right, so that's interesting. But here's the final coup d'etat. And this is what I was writing about or had tweeted about. Friends, for a lot of you viewers, and I know, some of you give me a thumbs down. I don't know why, because you never tell me why. What bothers you about this? Did I not give you enough information? Am I not factual? Am my jokes bad? Whatever. The quality of the video, I can't get better than the HD that it's in. It's a YouTube problem, or maybe it is user problem. But I can tell you this. More times than not, we've been on the right side of the market. We've been helping you make the right decisions. And one of the right decisions is right now we are in a PPS buy signal with a potential new breakout in the breadth of not just the S&Ps, but again, it's a very strange phenomenon that right now we have new high breakout happening in the cumulative advanced decline readings. So it's not one stock like in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Boeing has a bad day and gets decimated, right? It's going to take the Dow down 100 points or 80 points. Look, the advanced decline on the Dow and all Dow component stocks are in the S&P 500. We have a new high reading in the advanced decline. New high. I don't mean for the last week, month, year, new high. That means cumulatively speaking, every time the market dips, someone's buying the stock. So you might not see that. And if you don't use this indicator, or more importantly, not a lot of guys know that they can use it. That's what I'm trying to share with you here. It's very rare, extremely rare, that this generates a new high number and you don't see follow through in the stock market. Very rare. So the point being is, I don't know if it's going to be today, tomorrow. Could this thing reverse and go straight back down to hell in a handbasket? If it did, that would be a sell signal. But if we continue to maintain structural strength in the breadth of the market, baby, the stock market's going up to new highs. All right, so now let's take a look at leadership in the market. And the leadership in the market is something very important. What's leading the market? In my own live trading room, you'll see there's a couple comments here that I wanted to point out to you. SPY and ES Trader. Here, read this. I'm not going to read it for you, but you can read that because that has to do with today, which is September 4th. And I typed that in at 11:48 in the morning. All right. So again, we have a red line here. And let me get you over to the page. We have a red line, which means a 60-minute close under that line, El No Goodo. A 60-minute close greater than this line in the sand, and it didn't do it. On and equal to is not greater than, so that's kind of an issue, right? A close greater than this green line in the Qs, El Muy Bueno. A close in the Dow. All these green lines mean it's a go, it's a breakout, it's a buy, okay? We've got TBT. We've got a 24-strike call on. I'm not going to get into all our positions, but I will say in our live trading room, what you see on the board are positions that we have on. Long in Occidental Petroleum. We have a long in NVDA, by the way. We have a long in Garmin, which was pretty strange if you think about it. And we have a long in Seagate Technologies, which beyond strange. Why is it strange? Because these are the stocks that no one's listening about or paying attention to. They all want to know about Apple, which is still above 205. They want to hear about FANG stocks and Amazon and what they used to see work, not what is currently working. And that's the dynamic of the beast of the market. Everyone's looking student body left and nobody ain't focused student body right. Our indicators and style of trading, definitely, and the indicators and how we use them has helped us to identify and be on these stocks that are rising right now, such as Activision Blizzard, such as Twitter, by the way. So what's nice about Twitter is I'm believing we're going to see a pop, and that's why we have a 42-46 strike bull call spread on. And I think we're going to see that little pop coming in the market because a couple little things about Twitter, by the way. and maybe we have talked about this in other YouTube videos. Volume is leading the market higher and confirming the price action. This was a one-time breakdown that came right back into our favor. Notice that the weekly pivot blue, every week, weekly pivot blue is making higher progression of readings, right? So the current week is greater than the prior week, and now daily pivots are above weekly pivots. So this mathematically shares that the market value, where's the close? Not 3 bars down that shakes everybody out. By the way, did the market make a new lower close? This bar right here at 10:30 versus the bar at 1:30. 1:30 bar was lower than 10:30 with no volume. That was a buy setup right there. That was bullish convergence. But, they don't teach you that in all of the technological advanced education programs, but we do here at Person's Planet. What to spot, what these mean, and that's why it's very important to understand the different trading tools and how we can use them and modernize them to give us an edge in the market. Well, not every trade's a winner, gang. I can tell you this. More times than not, we're in the right place at the right time. And so at this point, what I have to tell you is if we get a positive reading, it's 116 at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, that is the mark of an hourly 60-minute close on the cash ETFs. The top of the hour would be futures. So 1:30, let's take a look at where we are in the marketplace right now in our live trading room. We have an advancers in the S&P, and that's what this signifies right here. All of this shows you is that we are, if I may, right there, 411. That means in the S&P 504, because there's 504 stocks in the S&P 500, that means 411. 90% of the stocks are positive today, and we haven't given up any of it. If today at 3 o'clock, 59 minutes and 30 seconds, and I'm sorry to do that to you, but baby, that's the guys, ladies and gentlemen, that's what this market is up to nowadays. It's waiting to the last second because these institutions can do it. They can push the button. If we don't sell off and puke in that final 30 seconds of the day, and we close anywhere close to these lines here, and we close with that breadth reading, it's very positive. And so you need long exposure to the market. So be disciplined, wait for that, and we'll move forward. Again, I think that the overall market right now, regardless whether it's Iran, crude oil going up. I mean, we got some really neat things happening here with our signals. Gold just fired off. Look at gold. Where's gold? Here it is. Long one. It was in 2. Let's jam this up. We're having a pretty exciting day for nitpicking and algo strategy in a choppy market. This market and our segment, our models only trade from the time that we're in the room. That's it. And so you can develop your own strategies with the Algo 17 program. But look at what we've done today. Gold. All right, went short, didn't work, got stopped out. Not a big no harm, no foul. Not a big loser. Got in on the long side, got out because the market trailed a stop and protected the profit. Went long 2 contracts, took the profit, and guess what? This son of a gun is making, now that's banking the dough on the breakout. So that's a good model right there. And this again is a day trade model. Many people don't like algo day trade models because they're real active. But I think in this environment with ATRs flying off the shelf like they are, and that's average true range, you need something this spectacular in order to help give you a fighting edge. That's my 2 cents. Finally, to wrap this up, since we've shared with you our where we get the idea Friday to start looking at NVIDIA, Seagate, and Nordstrom's, because we started to see relative strength improvement, and this is our Thinkorswim account. So let me share with you on Thinkorswim what the indicators I have. Practice what you preach, person. And what we're preaching is that if we take a look at Nordstrom's, and you'll notice I don't have, the only other person's indicator I have is Joe Granville's OBV, but I have my daily, weekly pivots from person's pivot indicator. I have the PPS arrows that give me buy and sell momentum, bullish, bearish momentum indicators. And I have this relative strength tool right here. And what it signifies is that we had a strong liftoff in retail apparel sector department stores finally. And I think that Nordstrom's, relative to anything else, has probably a stronger odds of upside. The 4-hour showed a very strong surge in volume and the relative strength. Now let's take a look at the end of day. All right, so I think there's like 400 plus price-based indicators on Thinkorswim. I need no stinking price-based indicator. I got one of the best ones ever created, and that is the PPS momentum indicator. On a daily basis, it's showing that there was accumulation. Someone stopped selling this stock. Someone probably got stopped out, stops underneath the market. So think about this. If that swing low hammer and you had a stop under the market, they gapped through your stop and you got bagged. And if your stop was even lower with like an ATR, you got bagged and tagged. And then what did they do? They filled a gap with a gap, and the market has held that line in the sand. If you get a daily close greater than 29.83, odds suggest you're going back up to at least 31.90. So Nordstrom looks pretty healthy in that content. What about in the near? That was the near term. Look at it in a weekly chart. Equal and opposite. Whoa, 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 whoa. What in the hell is going on here with that weekly volume? The last time I saw a surge of weekly volume that great, that type of movement in weekly volume came on a move in a year ago, August, that shot this stock up about, 20%. I'm not saying we're going to see a 20% recovery, but I know I'm not going to be short that stock, and I want exposure with long call options in a small way because it has a potential of really blowing up to the upside. So that volume and that relative strength was also another thing that helped us to pick up a position, a small position at that, but a small position is better than no position in Nordstrom's, and it's working. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I know it's Nordstrom's of all things. But look, what's sexy? Seagate. What's sexy? Garmin. What's sexy? NVIDIA. What's sexy? Well, I hope Oxy. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope that this insight helped you of how we are utilizing Person's indicators, number one, not just on our Algo 17 optimizer program, but as well as putting it together on Thinkorswim as more of a discretionary model, meaning you can go and use those indicators for better confirmation of stocks and run the scans, which again, we'll do another video on how to use the scanning function on Thinkorswim. If you're interested in my style of analysis, if you're more interested in learning about what we're doing, go visit our website, personsplanet.com. You tons of video information out there and learning more techniques of market breakouts and such. And if you really want to hone in your skills, we have a one-on-one kind of training session where we do seminars, a 3-day event. We're having one down here in North Palm Beach, Florida. Great time. Probably take a boat out, take a few early sign-up guys, and then have a little pre-party or post-party and then have a great time. Mingle and mix with others that are finding success in the markets and network. It's a great time here. Thanks for joining us. And again, if you like what you see, thumbs up. It's America. If you don't like it, thumbs down. But then again, tell me why you don't like it. We're here to help you, and that's to share with you my work. Is it valid, or is it just another indicator? Does it give an edge to traders? I think the answer you'll find out is absolutely. Thanks for watching, everyone.